Hey guys, it's Big Nick here, and I'm back again, and now I have some more Blu-rays to show you. This is another update. This is in total 17 pickups, so let's just get right into it. Oh, if you can see in the corner of in the corner of my TV, you can see I'm watching a pay-per-view. That is Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth from Over the Limit 2011. Terrible pay-per-view, but I am doing a pay-per-view rewind, so I'm going through every pay-per-view I have. I'm in 2011, so I have about maybe, I'd say, 20 more left. I think that's a good estimate. But about that. It's about Blu-ray updates, and I have one DVD. And I will soon have some more wrestling stuff for you guys, so let me just get into these first. And well, one of these here is a wrestling movie, so you probably already know what it is. Okay, first is the TV show I have, the only DVD that I've bought out of the 17. So it's a very good TV show. It's a new TV show on Stars. Well, last year was new, but now it's on its second season. It'll have its third season next year. And it's a pirate show, which I really love. A really good show, probably one of my best TV shows that I watch a lot now, and that is Black Sails Season 1. A little slip cover here, a little lenticular. Yeah, it's a good show. It's a 10 episode season. Well, I think this one was 8, but it goes 10, like every other hour-long TV show. Very good. It's from it's executive producer Michael Bay. We all know him. He made the Bad Boys movies, the Transformer movies, Pearl Harbor. Really gets criticized because all he does in his movies is to have explosions, but here, not that many explosions here because he's the executive producer. But here's the inside where the discs are. That's the main character, Captain Flint. John Silver, Mr. Gibbs. Sorry for the glare. That's Charles Vane and Bonnie. Jack Rackham, Max, I forget his name. I think it's Stewart. And on the back we have here is Elena Guthrie and Billy Bonds. So all the main characters really, but he right here, Captain Flint's the main character. Right now he is probably one of my favorite characters on TV right now. He's a very mysterious and evil guy. You can kind of say he's a little bit evil. He's a ruthless captain. Not like the pirates we're used to in Pirates of the Caribbean, where Jack Sparrow's a kind of a moron. But yeah, very good show. I give this a 5-star because it's great. This is the complete first season. I love this show. Love the cover. Love this little lenticular thing. The only problem is you can see your fingerprints all over it, but I'm fine with that. And the only other complaint I have with this set is getting the disc out so you can see right there. On Rackham, you have to like pull it out. It's really annoying. Try not to destroy the disc, but I wanted to show my favorite show right now. One of my favorite shows behind Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead. So yeah, it's Black Sails. Love the show. I recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. Okay, now we go right into the Blu-rays. All movies. There are 16 Blu-ray movies. So let's get into this first one. This first one is a biography movie. It came out in 2009. So it's a biography of the legendary rapper who passed away tragically in a shooting, and that is Biggie Smalls, and it is Notorious. I really enjoy this movie. Sorry for the glare again. I really enjoy this movie. I like it a lot. I'm not someone who's a big rap fan. I'm a rock music person, but I like these documentaries of their lives, like the one Straight Outta Compton. I really want to see. This one was real good. I like how it showed all his times as a young guy, even though his time as a kid, his high school days, even though it was like maybe about half hour of the movie, but his relationship issues. But I enjoyed watching all that. His friendship with Tupac and how it went downhill from there. This one also came with the digital copy disc, but I have no use for. So yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I like how it showed all that. I know many people already seen it, and I know many people can't wait for Straight Outta Compton, but if I will see that. I intend to. I want to go with this. Notorious. Oh yeah, that's Notorious. Next we have is one of the best movies of 2013. Here it says right here from the Rolling Stones' Peter Travers. Hanks hits a new career peak. One of the best films of the year. And by Hanks he means Tom Hanks, and that is Captain Phillips. Great movie. Really enjoyed this a lot. I've been meaning to see it, and I have Stars, so it's on all the time, and I just forget to watch it. But this was at my local Rite Aid for like $9, so I picked it up. Real good. It was used in good condition, plays perfectly. I don't care if it doesn't come with the DVD. It says DVD combo pack. See, it's just the DVD. I mean the Blu Ray. I guess whoever bought this just bought it for the DVD and just got rid of it. I don't know why. But yeah, that's Captain Phillips. A really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I know many people have already seen this, and I just saw it about maybe January. It's real good. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a very good movie. I like the acting. Tom Hanks is one of the greats. Now, this one here is a movie that doesn't get talked about from this man. It's an action movie. It came out in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2003. It was released in Blu Ray in 2009. Same year that Notorious came out. And sorry for Mrs. Ugly Face in the back. Real good. It's a good kind of action comedy. Something you wouldn't expect from this man, but it's a wrestler, and that is The Rock, starring The Rock and Sean William Scott, also Christopher Walken, and that is The Rundown. Real good movie. It's really good. Surprised me a lot. This is one of Rock's early movies, that wasn't named Scorpion King. Better than The Scorpion King. This is a movie that gets real overlooked for him. Good action. It's basically The Rock. He's a heavy for like a crime lord. Does his deeds for him. Rock. That kind of fits his mentality. Real good. And he's forced to track down this man, Sean William Scott's character, because he's the son of the guy he works for, and he's been wasting money in, I think it's Brazil or something, one of the South American countries. So Rock goes get him, and then all hell breaks loose down there. Rock is trying to get out of it. I'm not trying to spoil it for you, but Rock's trying to get out of the life, wants to have his own life. So that's The Rundown. It's a real good movie, surprising movie. I saw it on Rotten Tomatoes. It got like a 71 rating, so I had to see it, and I really enjoyed it. Again, at my Rite Aid for about, this one was I think $7. I recommend it if someone doesn't see it. And this one here I got for $5 at my Family Dollar. It's a very good movie. Well, for me, it's a good movie. It's a fantasy type movie. For me, this movie got crapped on a lot because it was compared to Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, which I feel wasn't fair for this movie. It stars Jeremy Irons, John Malkovich, and Ed Speleers, I think is his name, and that is also Rachel Weisz as the voice of the dragon, Saphira, and that is Aragon. The movie came out in 2006. I've watched it a lot. It's one of my most watched movies. I like the movie. I saw some reviews it got. It was all the critics were comparing it to Lord of the Rings because Lord of the Rings set such a high standard, but this movie didn't deserve to be compared that much to Lord of the Rings. I kind of see where the movie gets some of its hates, but for me, it was undeserving. It was good for what it was. It wasn't even a 2-hour movie. It's a good movie for me. That's Aragon. I wouldn't recommend it because I know what some people are gonna say, but if you want to watch it, watch Aragon. Next here we have is another movie, and it's one of the all-time classics, a gangster movie starring Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. I bet you already know where I'm going with it, and that is Goodfellas. Got this at Walmart, 788 bin. Never saw this movie. I've seen a lot of Joe Pesci movies, and I've seen a number of Robert De Niro's movies. And I haven't seen this one, which was possibly all three of their best movies. Best movie. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. I see why it's considered one of the best movies of all time. Possibly the best crime movie, and that's Goodfellas. Really enjoyed it. Great movie. Love the acting. So yeah, that's Goodfellas. Really enjoyable. I really liked it a lot. Now this next one, as I said, is the wrestling movie I have. I bet you already know what it is. Came out in 2008 or 9. Yeah, 8, so you already know what I'm talking about. Starring Mickey Rourke, and that is The Wrestler. I like this. I love this movie. I know this movie gets a lot of hate from the wrestling community because it shows the hard and dark times of wrestling, but we already knew that's what wrestling was, especially for someone his age. We see it a lot. We see it a lot recently with guys like Hogan, Flair, who are refusing to retire and just keep going at it. This one also came with the digital copy disc like Notorious. I got this one at Big Lots for about $5. Really like the movie. Very good movie. Resurrected Mickey Rourke's career. I enjoyed it. I know not that many people did, wrestling fan wise, because of what it basically showed the dark times of a wrestling. But yeah, I liked it, and that's The Wrestler. This next one is the sequel to one of my 2 favorite movies from Disney that are live action, not the Pirates of the Caribbean, and that stars Nick Cage. And that's the National Treasure movies, and this one is National Treasure Book of Secrets. I really love this movie. I like this one a hell of a lot more than the first one. It's one of my favorite movies from Disney. This one came out in 2008, so it came out around the same time as the Blu-rays did, so it was already on Blu-ray. I picked this up at my school store for like I believe $8 or $9. I really enjoyed this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite Nick Cage movies when he's not overacting. It's National Treasure Book of Secrets, the second one. Now this next one is I had this one on DVD, so I bought the Blu Ray, so I upgraded. I have about 3 more of these, so I have 4 in total. This one's a real good movie. It's starring Mark Wahlberg, as you all know, my number 2 actor behind Neeson. This movie came out in 2007, so it came out the year before Blu-rays were all coming out, and that is Shooter. Really love this movie. It's a very good movie. This one, to me, this is more roles I think Wahlberg should play along with his comedy roles, because this one is basically like the movie he played, Lone Survivor. He's a army man, former army sniper, gets taken in by Danny Glover's character. I forget his name. I forget what he does. He's like probably say a private hitman, really. But his Danny Glover's character really like works for. It's basically like a private hitman. That part of the government no one knows about. Wink. So yeah, that Shooter, Mark Wahlberg, really good movie. And also, as I said, stars Danny Glover and Michael Pena. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I recommend this movie. One of Wahlberg's finest. Now, this next one's one of the all-time classic action movies of the 90s. Another one I upgraded, as I said, starring Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hooper, and Sandra Bullock. And here it says, get ready for Rush Hour. And that is Speed. Really good movie, one of the best action movies. Probably Keanu Reeves' best movie that's not named Matrix or John Wick. Love this movie a lot. One of the best movie, one of my favorite movies of the 90s, along with Jurassic Park, Terminator. Definitely one of the best action movies of all time here. Of course, that's the late Dennis Hooper. Love the action. Love how it takes place. I love the bus sequences. So yeah, that is Speed. Very good movie. Really recommend it. Now these next 2 are from the same series. It's the first 2 of one of the best movie series of this century, and that is Fast and Furious. Now, I know these are all in Steelbook and has a big set, but I'm just going to buy them individually or find an occasional Steelbook. This is Fast and Furious. Yeah, real good movie. Like this one. It's not my favorite because my favorite's coming up. Yeah, as you know, this one has Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Jordana Brewster. I don't know the other guys' names. Yeah, this is a real good way to start off with one of the best franchises that we've ever seen in movie-wise. Fast and Furious 1. R.I.P. Paul Walker. The next one, as I said, is the first 2, so this is the second one. And that comes with the slipcover, and that's Too Fast, Too Furious, starring Paul Walker, Tyrese, and Eva Mendes. Also Ludacris right there. This one's my favorite of one of my favorites of the series, possibly my favorite of the whole series. Because I haven't seen Furious 7 yet. I saw Fast 5. I like that one. I haven't seen the only ones I haven't seen is Furious 7 and the 4th one, Fast and Furious. I saw Tokyo Drift. Wasn't really a big fan because it didn't have Walker or Diesel. This one was Paul Walker's sole one. This one didn't have Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, or Jordana Brewster. Really like this movie. One of my favorites. That's Too Fast, Too Furious. Next up is another one of my favorite movies series. It's a fantasy series that didn't get compared to Lord of the Rings, and it's a good thing. Not like Aragon, it just got thrown right into the Lord of the Rings comparison. This is the sequel this is the second one of a trilogy, the sequel to The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and that is Chronicle of Narnia's Prince Caspian. Got this the same time I got National Treasure Book of Secrets. Real good movie. This one's my favorite. Then it's the first one, and the third one I hate. I just never liked it. This one came out around the same time, 2008. So I got it at the same place, the school store. Real good movie. I recommend this. If you love fantasy movies like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, you need to see the Chronicle of Narnia's first 2. The third one, it's up to you if you want to watch it. That's The Voyage on the Dawn Treader. This one's Prince Caspian, and the first one's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Really like this one very a lot. Also has Liam Neeson in it. Favorite actor. Now these next 2 are comedies. Here's the first comedy I got last Saturday, $5, starring Martin Lawrence. And that is the sequel to his comedy trilogy, and that's Big Mama House 2. One of my favorite movies, series, comedy-wise, that's the Big Mama House. This is just my favorite. Martin Lawrence, I recently got into his TV show Martin, which I love. It's hilarious. This one's hilarious. I've seen it, I'd say 50 times. It's a great movie. Recommend it if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen this, I don't know what you've done comedy-wise for the past 15 years. I don't get it. Yeah, Big Mama House 2. Now this next one, starring comedy legend and Will Ferrell, and of course my second favorite actor, Mark Wahlberg. This is the unrated Other edition. This one came out 2011. That is The Other Guys. Hilarious movie, great comedy action movie. Wahlberg and Ferrell are hilarious. This is one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies to go along with Talladega Nights, Anchorman, which I finally watched. Let me take this out. See here, nice little artwork inside. See there, has Rock and Samuel Jackson, Wahlberg and Ferrell right here, the wooden gun, the police badge, and the gun here. Yeah, it's Other Guys. It's a great movie, very hilarious, very funny. Will Ferrell's character just makes me laugh every time, almost every word that comes out of his mouth, the way he is. So yeah, it's Other Guys. Also comes with theoretical and extended versions. I've seen both versions. So yeah, there's Other Guys, one of my favorite comedies. This next one's another upgrade movie. You saw my first update. I had the first one, that is the Fellowship. And this is the third one. The second one I just recently found. I'm going to try to get that one to have the whole trilogy. And this one right here is arguably the best one of the entire trilogy. Arguably the best fantasy movie ever. And that's Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This is the third one. It's the epic finale to the trilogy. Peter Jackson's movies. Great epicness. Everyone's seen it. As you saw here, it's the winner of 2 Academy Awards, including Best Picture 2003. Starring Ian McKellen, Viggo Mortensen, Elijah Wood, Andy Serkis as Gollum, and Liv Tyler. Great movie. Also Hugo Weaving, the franchise man as people call him. It's a great movie. I recommend. If you haven't seen this, you already know how good this movie is. Even if you haven't, you've heard of it. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. And now we have here the final one. I just picked this up yesterday. It's the final upgraded movie, and it's my number 2 movie of all time, behind Taken. And that is starring Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Heath Ledger, Gary Oldman, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and Morgan Freeman. You already know what it is. R.I.P. Heath Ledger, his second to last movie, arguably his greatest performance, and that is The Dark Knight. There's Ledger there as the Joker. Sorry for this damn glare. My favorite superhero movie of all time. I know how people say Avengers is the greatest, but this one here set the standards with his performance alone. His performance alone set the standards. I want to see how Jared Leto does the Joker performance in the Suicide Squad. So that's The Dark Knight, one of my favorite movies. Everyone knows how good this movie is. If this movie isn't in anyone's top 20 or top 10, you really don't respect movies at all. Great, the acting in this was amazing. I saw this movie yesterday with my cousin, so I'm watching it again today. This time on the Blu Ray. This one comes with this is the 2-disc as well. See the special feature disc right here. I didn't expect to see that in the 788 bin at Walmart, but Dark Knight. That's my second favorite movie behind Taken. As you already know that. So, yep, guys, that is it. That's all 17 pickups, 16 Blu-rays, 1 DVD, Black Sales. Oh, and just on the side note, I picked up a CD as well. It's a rock CD. The new release from one of the best bands out there, Breaking Benjamin. And that is Dark Before Dawn. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Great. Love the CD. I love 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of the tracks on here are great. The others are okay. This is a great pickup. It only cost $12 for a new release. So yeah, that's it, guys. Just wanted to throw that in there in case you guys wanted to pick it up or not. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again. I intend on start some wrestling videos at least at maybe Friday or Monday. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all again. Goodbye.